Hey guys, so not really a weekly recap in this video. We're just gonna dive straight into the 5-game predictions. It was midterms and we just gotta get through this. So this is the 5-game predictions. First game on this 5-game predictions, the Lakers are gonna be taking on the Nuggets. Now this is gonna be a very crucial game, not only because the Lakers need to get this tiebreaker, but also because this is gonna be a very healthy, from what I'm remembering correctly, Nuggets team, and the Lakers are going into this seemingly without a big man. Now with recent reports, especially with the injury report, it looks like Jackson Hayes is gonna be probable, but again, it's still up in the air of whether or not he's going to be playing. But we did get Marcus Smart, so at least there's a plus side. However, the Nuggets are the #1 team when it comes to three-point percentage, so the Lakers have to protect the perimeter. Not to mention the fact they're top 10 when it comes to not fouling, also not turning over the ball. They are top 10 when it comes to defensive reboundings. They're terrible in offensive rebounds, a total of 19 placement when it comes to reboundings. They are also one of the worst teams in defense. They're just a spot below the Lakers in terms of defense, being 22nd. Now, they have the #1 offense and the Lakers have the #8 defense. So we got to make sure that we are keeping the ball in our half court and setting up plays correctly, because one false move and it's going to be going the other way. Now, in the last 10 games, the Nuggets have been pretty much struggling. They've been 5-5, and that still does not deter me of thinking like the Nuggets are going to beat the Lakers, but their three-point percentage is terrible. And also their assists, they're top 10. The Lakers are 18th when it comes to assists. This is a very crucial game. I mean, every game beyond this point is very crucial for the Lakers in terms of standing and also having home court advantage in the playoffs. If we do not win, the Nuggets have the tiebreaker and they could take our spot as a 3rd seed. So we need to do what we can. Now, I have a little bit more faith than I did a couple of games ago, like 10 games ago. If you asked me about this, I would say we'd flat out just lose. But because we beat the Knicks, because we beat the Wolves, I am very confident in saying the Lakers have a fighting chance of beating the Nuggets. But it all comes down to whether or not the Nuggets come out shooting relatively hot, because if you look at the Knicks game, they didn't shoot that well. If you look at the Wolves game, both teams did not shoot that well. And so we got to do what we got to do to make sure that we protect that perimeter. 9th in assists. I'm pretty sure that's all Jokic, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, again, let me know. Yeah, this is going to be very, very tough, especially when they don't turn over the ball that much. If I say who I think is going to win, that's a tough one, because like I have more faith, especially with DeAndre Ayton turning things around and starting to play like the player that he did in the beginning of the season. LeBron James kind of laid back when it comes to offensive production. That's why could I not think of that word? I'm so sorry. Yeah, they both understand the role and they both understand that, hey, maybe I should lay back on some things. Maybe I should be more aggressive. Yes, DeAndre Ayton, he needs to be more aggressive crashing the boards, especially when the team is so poorly on offensive glass. So man, it honestly comes down to who's able to hit their shots. Lakers in the past, I think like 10 games, 6 games, we've been a pretty decent three-point shooter. Now granted, it comes down to Rui Hachimura and also Luke Kennard hitting their shots, but I still want to see more involvement of Luke Kennard. I want to see him get plays specifically for him to get open, to make those wide open shots, because again, 58% from 3 is nothing to joke about. So if we can get him open, that would be perfect, fantastic. And also you have the lack of offensive power from the bench. Jake LaRavia, Vando, Drew Timmons, they're not exactly guys that I come off the bench and give you 10 points a night. Luke Kennard certainly can, but in recent games, yeah, it's been pretty bad for the bench. I mean, the bench unit already has been pretty bad for the Lakers, but I mean, at least we're picking up on the defensive end. So I think it just comes down to who wants it more. Again, our bench stinks. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. We just simply stink. I'm gonna knock on wood here and say the Lakers are going to lose against the Nuggets. Next game is going to be up against the Rockets. Now we're going to be facing the Rockets twice in the same week, and that second time is going to be the first night of a back-to-back. Second night is going to be going to all the way to Miami to face the Miami Heat. So that's going to be very interesting. Again, that's a weird little like back-to-back thing, but back in the day they used to do stuff like that all the time. But regardless, the Rockets, they are 9th when it comes to three-point percentage. They're not moving the ball a lot. Granted, you can chalk that up to them not having exactly a traditional one. Rebounding, the #1 team when it comes to offensive rebounds, but they're 11th overall when it comes to rebounding as a total. So again, Lakers got to do a better job at protecting the glass, and they kind of fell down in the standings because I think they were like #1 a while back. Now, due to Steven Adams being injured, Steven Adams, I hope you have a speedy recovery. But yeah, them losing Steven Adams is a huge problem. So the Lakers got to take advantage of that. Turnovers, they are terrible. One of the worst teams when it comes to turnovers, and also personal fouls. They don't don't really foul that much. They are pretty good at second overall, and they're also top 10 in both offense and defense. They are one of the slowest teams in the league, 29th. They just make sure everybody is set up in the half court, and in the last 10 games they are 6-4, not a single back-to-back, so they're going to be fully healthy. So 2 nights in a row, can the Lakers do that? Can the Lakers beat the Rockets 2 nights in a row, another team that is above 500? These next like 3 games, they're going to be crucial because we're playing every single like team that is above 500. Like the safe answer would be like the Lakers, you know, go half and half, but they did beat us on Christmas Day. They beat us on Christmas Day, and they already got that win above us, so we got to make sure that we can get our lick back and have a statement win against them. They don't pick up personal fouls. Lakers cannot exploit that because they are pretty good when it comes to picking up charges. Thank Marcus Smart for that. They also have beaten teams that have top 10 both offense and defense. I'm not saying it's out of the realm of possibility, but beating them 2 times in a row, and especially not in the playoff setting and just in a regular season setting, I'm gonna say the Lakers probably split it, and then the Rockets will probably take over the tiebreaker, which, you know, not exactly something you want to hear, but it's more likely to happen. Now, like I mentioned before, the Lakers are gonna be taking on Miami in the second night of a back-to-back. Now, Miami, they're coming off one of the best games, if not the best game in NBA history, with Bam Adebayo dropping 83 points, the most points ever scored on camera in NBA history. Now, my thoughts on that, I am in the middle. Like, granted, don't get me wrong, 83 points is 83 points, but also 43 free throws is 43 free throws. I mean, you have 77 points and you're still in the game. Why? But to keep it short, you know, congratulations to Bam Adebayo. You know, records are meant to be broken. I'm pretty sure Kobe Bryant would also agree to that. Like, yeah, records are meant to be broken. Miami is 6th when it comes to assists, so they're moving the ball a lot. Rebounds, they are 2nd overall when it comes to rebounding, so the Lakers desperately need to make sure that they are not crashing the boards. Top 10 when it comes to turnovers, and also top 10 when it comes to personal fouls. They are 5th. Their offensive rating and defensive rating, they're one of the worst offensive teams, being 13th, and defensively they are top 10, being 4th. Pace, they are the fastest teams in the league with a pace of 1:03.8. They are running and gunning. They're making sure as soon as that ball does not go in or bounces off the glass or whatever, they're making sure they're pushing the pace. Yeah, Lakers got to make sure they can either keep up with them or slow it down and control the game, because Luka Doncic loves to do that. He loves to, you know, slow everything down, make sure that everybody's set up before he even does anything. You know, he's not exactly, you know, John Wall, make sure that, you know, he's gonna beat you in a foot race or anything. They're also top 10 when it comes to net rating. Again, everybody on this in this 5 games, there are positive net rating, and the Lakers are up there too. Granted, it's only 1.2, but that's the middle of a pack for anything. Now, Miami in the last 10 games, excuse me, they are 8-2. That is insane. They have been on a great run. Now, this is the second night of a back-to-back. Now, will Luka Doncic play? Will AR play? Will LeBron James play? Will any other guy play? I don't know, and that's why I'm saying the Lakers are probably going to lose against Miami on the second night of a back-to-back. Again, knocking on wood, I don't want that to happen, especially, you know, this deep into the regular season, but you got to look at the facts here. LeBron James most likely is not going to play on the second night of a back-to-back. AR is questionable. Luka Doncic is also questionable, and you also have to worry about Luka Doncic picking up his 16th or 15th 16th technical foul. So if he picks that up, he's going to be suspended for 1 game. If he misses any of these games, it's going to be a nightmare situation for the Lakers. I think Miami takes it on the second night of a back-to-back because they don't have a back-to-back either. They're relatively well rested going into this. And for the final game, the Lakers are going to be taking on the Magic. Last time the Lakers took on the Magic, we lost, sadly. Now, in that game, the Lakers were up for a majority of the game, I believe, and then we just somehow just let it go. So this is going to be a good lick back game, especially how with DeAndre Ayton playing better than he did in the last couple months or so. Let's see how the Lakers can do against that. Now, Magic, they are not a good, they are above average assist team. They are 13th. They are middle of the pack when it comes to rebounding, top 5 when it comes to not turning over the ball. Personal fouls, 24th. This is the only team on this list that is this low when it comes to personal fouls. So Lakers, again, they're going to exploit that. Now, when it comes to their offense and defense, they are terrible, just below league average, being 17th. Defense, they are top 10, being 9th. Pace, 16th, middle of the pack, so they are keep it relatively steady pace. But in the last 10 games, they are 8-2. And they're not coming off a back-to-back, so they're going to be fully rested as well. Are the Lakers going to beat this team? I would say so. Everything about this team doesn't say that they should beat us. Their offense is really bad. Defense, really good, but so has been the Lakers. I believe since the All-Star break, the Lakers have been like, what? Top 20, top 10, 15, somewhere around there, league average when it comes to defense. We were looking pretty solid here. And for the Magic, again, like 8-2, that's nothing to scoff at, but this is a team that we were able to beat for the majority of a game, but sadly that didn't happen. So I think for a lick back game, I think the Lakers are gonna win. So in the next 5 games, I have the Lakers going, let's see, lose, win, lose, lose. So that's like what, 2-3? I have the Lakers going 2-3. Again, knocking on wood here. I would love to see the Lakers go 5-0, keep that winning streak alive, but it's gonna come to an end eventually, and it's most likely gonna be against one of these teams. But of course, what do you guys think? I love to hear what you guys think in the comment section down below. Click like, share, and subscribe. Ring that notification bell so you never miss out on any other video or live show. Next game should be, if I post this correctly, should be today against the Nuggets. I'm really excited to see that game. But until next time, everybody, see ya. Stay safe.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.